It's never fun when it ends unless you're, under the confetti and hoisting Lombardi. So how do you kind of go from last year, having this team that made it to the playoffs to the maybe building on 2017 this year and not making it at all?
Honestly, it's frustrating. Being a professional athlete, you want to get to that top tier moment, and that's winning the Super Bowl. And this year we weren't able to get into the playoff. We feel like with the talent we have, we let some games go, but it's all part of professional sports. You live and you learn.
Is it hard to move on, knowing that, as you said, you guys had high expectations for yourself and felt like you had the components to do it, to make a run?
It is, honestly, but like I said, it's part of it. You win some and you lose some. You got to find ways to come back next year even stronger and make sure your team chemistry and team confidence is even higher than the year prior.
Did the defense take a step from 2017 to this year?
We did. Coming out the gate this year, we struggled. We gave up a lot of points early, but throughout that, I want to say it was a 6-game win streak. We really buckled down and played well defensively, and it helped us get into some good situations.
Was there something you could point your finger at that made you guys so successful during that stretch?
Everybody doing their job. Nobody was out there trying to be the guy to make the play. All 11 was doing their job, and when the plays come, they made it. So everybody was trusting each other, and it just built up confidence for the defense as a whole.
I guess the reverse of that, did something happen then after the 6-game winning streak where maybe games weren't what you guys wanted in terms of being able to close out opponents?
That's just something we have to learn as a defense. Being able to go out and close games in no waning moments. Oakland was a rough one. We're up 14 against LA here, so it's games we felt like we closed those out. It's a whole different situation.
Is there one game or maybe one play or one moment that's going to eat at you this offseason?
Personally, I really feel like the touchdown I gave up against Oakland, the game-winning drive. I can honestly say I was trying to do too much, and it caused the team to have a tough loss, and it hurt us in the end.
What do you use, I guess, as motivation other than not making the playoffs to head into the offseason and prepare and kind of start the process all over again?
You just got, it's a whole nother year. It's a whole nother opportunity. In my eyes, it's always one winner at the end of the season. Whoever doesn't win that is also a loser. So come back next year, more focused and more accountable and just ready to take that next step.
What was it like working under Coach Bradley and also just the DBs as a whole growing this year?
It was fun, man. Coach Bradley, this is his first year here, so with us, he had to get adjusted to how to coach us, and we had to get adjusted to how he coaches. So defense, DBs as a whole, we really learned each other and really got comfortable with each other, got confident in each other. So it starts with the coaching, and as the players, we followed the lead.
What did Joe Haden mean to you personally and the whole group, really, the whole defense?
Joe's that vet, man. He's been around the game for a long time. He really takes pride in what he does on the outside, and he also cares about what everybody else does at their position. He takes time to sit down and talk to you and make sure you're seeing the same thing he sees on film or vice versa. So Joe's the guy that everybody looks up to in the room.
And then what about some of the younger guys on defense? What have you seen from some of them that we could potentially see more of next year?
Starting with Terrell, he's a guy that got thrown into the situation from the jump. He's really improved throughout the season. He made a lot of plays for us. Marcus Allen, he started, I want to say, against the Chargers. He made a lot of plays for us. So we got guys that can really come in, do their job, and really keep the train rolling for us.
All right, so what's the key to your offseason this year to get ready for next year?
Getting stronger, man, getting faster. It's always little things like that. And also the mental aspect, go back and see what I did wrong, where I missed a player here or there that I feel like I could make in the upcoming years.
So will you go back and actually watch and try to pinpoint those?
I would go game by game. I got time, so I go game by game to try to figure out what I could do better and what we could do better as a defense.
Is that something you've done in previous seasons?
It was, and I feel like I did that last year. My stats might not show it, but I feel like I was in better position to make a lot of plays.
Is that like ripping a Band-Aid off? When do you decide to sit down and do that daunting task?
I like to do it maybe a couple months after the season.
Okay.
And, it's still frustrating that we're not able to compete for a championship, but like I said, as a professional, you got to live and you learn.